I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion. I've seen C-beams glitter near the Tannhauser gates. All those moments will be lost in time, like tears in rain. Okay, well, if you don't know what that's from, you need to slap yourself upside the head and go grab a copy of Blade Runner or watch it on Netflix. Because, yeah, anyways. But I just, I don't know why that was in my head today, and I had to get it out of my head. No. We're back for more War Thunder Ground Forces, and I'm driving around in the KV-2, as you can see. 1939 edition. I am half a kilometer away from an enemy there, and I'm not sure who's spotting him, but somebody's spotting him for me. They've captured a zone. We're moving up. We're going to engage. We got a .4 and a, well, roughly both. And which one should we shoot? Let's see what one comes into our. Oh, okay. Actually, going to see if I can get near this rock. It's very close now. Oh, what am I hitting? Tree stump or something. A rock. Getting gun depression, and it's not necessarily, it's more, well, that definitely won't do it. But getting gun depression is a major kind of issue with this. When you go to make it, like in these scenarios, when you're moving to make a shot, suddenly you'll realize, I can't get the gun low enough. And since it took you so long to get to that spot to begin with, it definitely is frustrating. Okay, there's no shots up there, right? Those guys are far away, I think. Yes. Knowing the range, I mean, I can kind of, I can see, since I got a, thought I briefly got an outline. I did get an outline on him. Oh wait, I can do that? I think he just got destroyed though. That's why I just... Yes, start deploying tracks. Who's shooting me? Yep. And that's kind of the way it goes. Killed by a tiger in a better position than me. Yeah, so didn't even get to fire in that game. I'm not sure... I'm sure the game developers of War Thunder are wrestling with all these issues. And I'm sure the game developers of previous simulation/arcade games... I mean, we can call World of Tanks, as Jingles likes to call it, an arcade game a lot. We can call it an arcade game. I think it's just a computer simulation with specific parameters. I mean, parameters are less realistic than, say, reality, because sometimes who really wants reality? Reality would be pretty crappy. On the other hand, a game that has more realism potentially is nice. And that's what I think War Thunder's striven for, has strived for, even in its mostly... Now see, this is really stupid of me. Why would I want to go out on this big, long, open side position thing? I'm not really sure what those... What the heck does those areas mean? It seems like those would have to be tanks, wouldn't they? Are there like hot springs over there or something? I just don't get that. Is there a volcano over there? What's all the smoke coming up from the ground? Maybe that's what this is. Maybe there's some kind of volcanic activity here, and this is supposed to be what this is simulating. I find it a bit distracting, to be honest. All right, back to what I was saying. So, yeah, the reality is, I think you know, you want a game that's fun to play, right? You don't want to be kind of every time you go out you get clobbered. And I suppose there are new players in any game, Again, we'll compare it to World of Tanks because that's the other big tank game out. That will probably say, oh, that's what my World of Tanks experience is like. Well, I don't blame them if that's every time they go out and they get killed, or they rarely ever see that, you know, kind of fun victory stuff that I think most players want to see. That would get frustrating. So, yeah, and considering I've only played 6-7 matches in this, obviously there's players on here who have been playing the test server for quite a while, so I really shouldn't feel bad about the fact that, and I don't feel bad about the fact that I'm getting killed easily. However, there is that level, even when I was getting killed early on playing any game, right? There's still a high level of, say, fun that you're experiencing while you're getting killed. I have to say, I'm not feeling the fun yet. I gotta really try to, you know, every once in a while, it's like, oh yeah, that was nice. For example, I was just playing a match earlier that I might show some video on where players were driving right by me. I was in a KV2, that thing right there. I was in one of these, in an open field with some trees around, but nothing. And they were literally driving right by me because they didn't see me. Or they weren't looking for me because I was near their base. And I think they weren't used to any tanks being right near their base. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sorry. Sorry. Trying to get ahead of you. Obviously. Now I don't even know if these guys are going anywhere I should be going. Trying to look at the mini-map. No. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's going to lead back to their base. And that means there probably will be tanks coming this way. Wait. No, that's the other way. This way is back. But that's actually towards B, and I want to go towards B. You don't really want to go to their base, because then you'll just be getting hit by like a whole slew of tanks that'll be coming out all at the same time. Plus you see all these guys in front of me. We want to shoot at them. And we want to get good, nice shots where they maybe not see us first. Okay, there we go. Okay, so switch to B. Look for a green.
It serves him right.
That's probably a flak unit or something. I killed him so easily. I like the British voice, you know, I serves him right. Alright, so they own that base. I cannot see anything down there though. Let's keep going. I mean, you can do this. You can do this, and of course you can zoom in with the V, but it's really hard to drive in when you're zoomed on the sniper mode. Very hard to drive around in that mode. And the tank seems to drive very, very difficultly. You know, it does not want to behave as easily as it normally does. I'm just going to ram him. Let's see how ramming works. He's a smaller tank than us. Yeah. The other IS like, oh crap, I'm shooting at a dead tank too. That was pretty stupid. Did he get hit? He got hit too. Well, I'm surprised I survived that. Yeah, I'm not watching. The other thing is that they're not, I mean, yeah, you can see that that's a destroyed tank, and it will disappear in a little bit. And I'm sure they're doing that because they don't want these tanks to be blocking, like he's blocking a road, right? They don't want that. Is that a plane? A plane just crashed next to me. Nice! So, in a little bit, he will disappear, I think. That's not, fire's not getting, like, near me, is it? Or, like, dangerous to me. I don't think he's going to have gun depression to shoot anybody. And we're not going to have gun depression to shoot him either. So that's why he's pulling way down there to try to take shots at us. Oh, crud. What did that? Something not good, I bet. Su-85? Must have flanking shots on them up in the hills or something. I'm surprised that tank hasn't disappeared. Most of the tanks I saw die earlier disappeared rather quickly. Is he still down there? See, my tank. Oh, I see. Their tanks stay and my tanks... The friendly tanks disappear and the enemy tanks stay. Interesting. Oh, 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 oh. Why don't I have a green... Well, I guess I didn't hold it on the cursor long enough to get a green indicator.
Victory
Okay. Now he disappeared. Alright, let's go. Let's see how we did on this one. Not that great, I would think. Limited respawns, Corellia. Alright, so we've researched the camouflage, and we can now buy the camouflage. Let's do that. We'll buy the camouflage. Okay, we have the camouflage. Now it's saying choose your next research. Suspension, maintenance and adjustment, replacement of damage-worn elastic elements, lubrication of gear, blah, blah, blah. Brake system, turret drive, adjustment of fire, gun caliber. I'm going to say... I know everybody's been going for the different shell types, but I'm going to say adjustment of fire. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can train our crew up a bit. When you played some games, you go down here to the... For anybody who plays War Thunder, you probably know this, but you go down to your crew, like for the IS-1 I was just on. And now I see I have 36 crew XP points that I got the same amount of points, and so I pick which thing I want to do, essentially. And I can also spend a lot of points on things like this. If you have some gold eagles, like if you get some, like to start out with as a bonus or something, you can use the accelerated option, which for 1 gold eagle you get 10, and for 10 you get 100 plus 30, and then 100 you get 1,000 plus 500. So that's nice. I did that on my aircraft when I believe Jingles recommended doing that. Okay, so tank commander, I'm trying to build up for the gunner. I'm trying to build up, or actually maybe the loaders and the gunner, but the gunner I'm trying to build up vision and targeting. So let's see how much that's range finding. Range finding. Precision of target, range finding fix, how long range fire accuracy, okay. Targeting. Let's give him, I don't know, 5 targeting. And let's give the loader the rest of it in weapon reloading. Okay, apply. Okay. And yeah, so then you just, go to the next battle again. Well, I've just been doing Soviets to kind of, like I said, build these guys up to see if it makes a difference, because, we're at, I'm at 5 of 100. I mean, you'd think that going from 0 to 100 would be a fairly big deal in terms of crew training. But we'll see, I guess. So the things I'm noticing in the game that I like, obviously, are the realism and the kind of feeling that you're moving around and, you're actually some of that stuff. Connection to server was lost. I'm going to have to try to get back on again. Okay. Let's try it again. I guess it goes out and... This is the client. I'm in the client, and the client doesn't actually go out to put me in a game until this point. Boy, these wheels on the on the IS look really frail, don't they? It almost doesn't look like there's anything behind them, even though there should be a lot behind them in terms of suspension parts. I'm not sure about their... I mean, let me speak to... since this may well be on Armorama at some point, and I'm sure people are going to be looking at these tank models going, oh, those don't look quite right. Now, I'm not talking about accuracy. I think they've probably gotten their facts mostly right on accuracy, at least in terms of it being a representation in a video game. But I'm talking about just kind of overall feel and look. Oh, to battle, Jim. Click to battle. What I'm talking about is things like... most notably on see these steel wheels? Yeah. But the overemphasized steel effect is not realistic. I'm not sure why. You would think that sometimes they would, with all this wear and tear running over it, that they would develop a kind of shiny, almost pure steel looking finish. But they mostly didn't. I mean, if you could actually look at tanks that run around, even the these tanks that are used for whatever display shows, blah blah blah, and they will not have this bright steely kind of look and finish. I'm not an iron and steel expert. I don't know why. I think it gets to be essentially a certain level of I don't know. I guess the steel quality is I'm not an expert, like I said, so I'm not going to guess. But the point is that they wouldn't look like this. They wouldn't look like they're essentially all shiny, chrome looking. Same thing for these little edges. While there would be areas that might be worn down, like specific areas that are all the time being abrased against, like maybe foot positions, you know, where the crew's feet are constantly rubbing against them, things like that. Those areas the paint may be stripped off, but even then they probably won't have a shiny steel look to them. Because again, these tanks saw rain and all sorts of things that they were constantly affected by corrosion and rusting and that type of stuff. So yeah, just from a kind of visual tank model thing, I think that those are things they should probably tone down a little bit if they want their vehicles to look more kind of real world rather than not. All right, so we've got an enemy up here. Well, we did have an enemy. Now there's one over here. May have just lost sight of this guy up here. I'll tell you, it'll be interesting. Keep hitting the right mouse button. I don't mean to. It'll be interesting to see if they support things like mods like XVM. Well, Tanks has XVM. If they have a mod that essentially will give you additional info, like, for instance, that vehicle is no longer up here. He is dead, because I have no way. I wasn't watching the messages that quickly, so there's no way for me to know that other than getting that piece of information. But this is definitely a situation where they mark one eyeball in this kind of scenario. So here's a tiger. He's giving me his rear.
It serves him right.
Now, I didn't get a very good shot there. I probably should have tried to track him. Tracking the tank probably is going to be a lot better, considering the longer load time in this and the longer time it takes to repair your tracks. It is going to be definitely advantageous to... Oop, and see here, I've got another on the side of me over here. I've got a tank destroyer. Yeah, and that didn't... And then I was hit by another tank. Oh, actually I was hit by the tiger. Yeah. So that was not exactly a good engagement position for me to be in. Now, again, in World of Tanks, that shot at that tiger from the rear might have even set him on fire, but in this game, it didn't really do any damage. Not that I could see, anyways. This is the other thing I'm starting to feel about the start of this game. And again, maybe it's the effect of it being a little like a first-person shooter in that you get multiple lives. You have a limited number of lives. It's not an unlimited amount until the game's over. But so this whole thing of covering this ground all over again. Number one, I know where the players were that killed me. I can go back to that position and potentially have a slight advantage on them, being that I know where they are and they don't maybe know which direction I'm going to come from. Or, you know, they change position, obviously. But the point is that if somebody kills you, and let's say they're near to where your spawn point is, you could jump out of your spawn point, you know where they're roughly going to be, and go, you know, kill them. And to some degree, that's why, you know, World of Tanks has seemed different than a lot of those first-person shooter games, because you only get the one life, and then you're done. Now, War of Thunder, the aerial combat version, has that element in the game, so I doubtful they're going to suddenly decide to change the game up and only have one life. So I understand why they're doing it this way. It's just something I probably have to adapt to. And it's not like I didn't play a hell of a lot of Battlefield 1942 and other Battlefield games. So it's, you know, I played those games for years, literally. I'm sure I could adapt my play style to a game that allows for multiple tanks. See, that is just annoying. I didn't see him, but they obviously see me. There he is.
Yes, a hit.
And I'm still not... Oh, I need to select the other ammunition, too. There's my problem. I just need to select the other ammunition. Darn it. Okay, let me see if I can try to angle.
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
I'm trying to back up. Nope. Su-85. Got me. Alright, but at least I know now that I've got the wrong ammunition default loaded. I should have noticed that before. I thought I had two ammunitions on that thing. So, yeah. If I'd hit him with the HE round that first time, I would have destroyed him. Damn it. Learning curve. Learning curve. But that's why people watch videos, right? To learn stuff. So, I mean, I certainly have learned some stuff watching these videos. I just need to apply that to my gameplay and my videos. But the difference is I never made a World of Tanks video until I've been playing for over 2 years. So it's a little different with this. You saw my actual first match. Are we trying? Hold on, that's friendly, right? Or not? I can't. No, that's our friendly. That's a yeah. Tiger friendly. I don't even know how to do the chat thing in this. F5! Nope. Yeah. From where? See? I don't know who's shooting at him. Now he's dead. I think this is the biggest is that the enemies seem to be able to see me and I can't seem to see them. And I understand that some of that, again, is just experience and playing the game, but it just is really frustrating when you don't know where to even aim your tank or go or whatever. Obviously, this is really going to put the test to gamers who are really good at this sort of thing, and the ones who can't adapt are going to probably give the game up quickly. So I mean, I don't know what the player pool is like for War Thunder, but I have a feeling that the player pool for this could significantly be a lot less. Simply because I can't imagine a lot of people playing this. I can't imagine an 8-year-old or a 10-year-old playing this game for a long time. They would play 5 matches and give up. Because it would be like to them like, I can't figure it out, it's too hard, it's too difficult. I mean, I had a hard time getting my daughter to play World of Tanks. I can't even imagine trying to get her to play this. And that was when she was a couple of years younger. Now she's 14, so, I mean... Okay, I saw that plume of smoke, so I know there's somebody up there on that hill. That is a telltale sign, obviously, but I kind of wish you'd see more of that in World of Tanks for, like, detecting enemies. I missed. This is what I was talking about, though. I'm trying to turn my tank. Now I've turned it too far. You just can't do it. You can't do it in that mode. It's just impossible, practically. In fact, it's almost impossible, period. But I did kill him. Just to say I was trying to take our B base. No, you cannot take our B base, dude. Alright, you think that SU's still up here after all this time?
We need to put more pressure on the enemy. They're winning.
And I know they haven't recorded these sounds yet, but dudes, these are the voices you've stolen directly from Battlefield 2147 or whatever the heck that game was called. It's like they haven't recorded their own stuff yet, so they've actually taken voices off of another game and they're using those. But it's disconcerting because I played that game for a long time, so I'm hearing voices of a game I played a long time ago. And it almost, I mean, I know they'll replace it eventually, but it just, for me, it kind of like, it's like, cheapens the game experience that I'm hearing voices from a game, like 10-year-old game, or 8-year-old, or whatever the heck it is. Yeah, well, I used up all my lives, so now I can't respawn. Yeah, that's the first time that's actually happened to me. So maybe it's because I'm trying to narrate and play at the same time, so I'm not really good at doing both. That's why I don't try to do live games too often in my World of Tanks stuff, because it just doesn't work. But yes. So that's probably where I'll stop on this one. I've ranted. I hope not. I haven't ranted really. I hope to the degree that you think I'm you know, like against or somehow negative to this game. It's just that I think this game's going to require again some adaptation on my part as a player, and B, it's just going to require a lot more knowledge. I just don't have the knowledge I need at this point to play it well. And it's not something. It's, you know, I know I'm going to get better at it. It's just a matter of, or I know that the game's going to get better too. It's just a matter of kind of that feeling of like, I don't have the knowledge. I want the knowledge. So. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, we'll try to do more of these as the changes come out and as new tanks are rolled out and so forth. And I'm not going to do the video reviews on each tank. I think at this point that's kind of dumb. You guys can't even play the game. You can just see what tanks are in the game and so forth. And then eventually, when everything's kind of settled down, you know, when you actually people are playing the game more, either as an open beta or as actual release, you know, stuff like that becomes much more valuable as a player. To know which tanks to pick and things like that. So at this point, nothing is set in stone, so why spend a lot of time reviewing tanks, to be honest, when I just don't feel like that's going to be a real... Right now, it's mostly the game kind of aspects. So, and to be honest, maybe the developers watch some of these videos and get some feedback from them. I know they probably aren't keen on a bunch of criticism, and I don't blame them. I mean, if I was working on something like this, I wouldn't want a bunch of criticism either, especially from people that I was nice enough to give a game code to. But on the other hand, I think being open and honest about the feedback for the game is going to help them build a better game. So hopefully that's what they're interested in doing. And that's the attitude I'm going to take about it. So, well, thanks for watching. And if you have any comments and suggestions, please leave them below. Don't forget you can like this video, and you can also subscribe to our channel, PCWarMachine, as well as go onto our website, and we have an option there. If you're a follower of HighFlyer15 and the Rising Sun and PointyHairedJedi, they post their videos on PCWarMachine, and we have a daily email alert that's sent out for any new additional content that we put on the site. So if you want to get updates and you maybe YouTube isn't giving you the kind of the update information you're looking for when they post or when I post, you can join our mailing list. It's right on the home page on PCWarMachine. It says get updates, I think, up in the top navigation. Thanks for watching, and have a great one.